Good day today. Have you ever had that moment? A fleeting, quiet instant where the narrative in your head pauses, and you get a strange feeling, a question. Who is actually in here? Who is the one listening to this voice? We take it for granted that we are a continuous, unchanging self, a pilot in the cockpit of the brain. But what if that's the greatest trick the universe has ever played? What if the horror isn't that we might not have a soul, but that we might not have a self at all? This idea isn't new. In fact, it's one of the oldest and most profound concepts in Eastern philosophy. In Hinduism, it's called Maya, often translated as illusion, but it's more nuanced than that. Maya is the divine power that creates the phenomenal world, the veil that conceals the ultimate reality, Brahman, the unified singular consciousness of everything. The world is not what it appears to be. The appearance is the illusion, Maya. The reality is the Brahman. It's not that the world doesn't exist. It's that we don't see it for what it truly is. We see the separate waves, not the entire ocean. This sounds like mystical poetry, right? Here's where it gets terrifyingly modern. Neuroscience is now pointing to a shocking conclusion. The Hindu and Buddhist sages might have been right all along. Your brain is not a window to reality. It's a prediction machine. It receives chaotic, limited data from your senses and constructs a simulation of the world so you can navigate it. If you look at the mind, the self is really the product of thought. It is the feeling of being a subject in the center of experience. And this feeling can be investigated and can be lost. Think about it. You don't decide to have a thought. It simply arises. You don't choose an emotion. It emerges. The brain, after the fact, creates a story. I decided to think that. I am angry. This is the illusion of the self. It's a narrative, a post hoc interpretation of events that are already happening. This is the moment of existential horror. This realization is what Buddhism calls anatta, or non-self. If the self is just a story, then what are you? If you peel back the layers of memory, opinion, and identity, what's left? It feels like staring into an abyss. The ground of your being vanishes. The protagonist of your story disappears, and it feels like nothingness. This dread, this fear of annihilation, is why the ego clings so desperately to its story. It's fighting for its very life, even though it was never alive to begin with. You are in function of what the whole universe is doing, in the same way that a wave is a function of what the whole ocean is doing. This isn't just theory. You can investigate this for yourself right now. 1. Mindfulness meditation. Simply watch your thoughts. Don't engage them. See them as clouds passing in the sky of your awareness. You are the sky, not the clouds. 2. The look for the looker. Try to turn your attention around. Who is the one who is looking? Where is the eye that feels like it's behind your eyes? When you look, what do you actually find? 3. Noting sensations. When a strong emotion arises, like anger, instead of saying, "I am angry," note anger is arising. This creates a tiny gap between awareness and the story of self. You won't find a solid, singular self. You'll find a flowing, ever-changing process. And in that space, a profound peace can be found. So, is it horror, or is it the most beautiful truth? Maya is the divine play, the cosmic game of hide and seek. Reality pretended to be separate from itself to experience the joy of discovery. The terror of illusion is the first step. The next is the awe of realizing what you truly are. Not a drop in the ocean, but the entire ocean in a drop. Not a self, but the awareness in which all selves arise and pass away. The veil is there, but now you know it's a veil, and that changes everything. What are you before you think about what you are? Thanks for watching. If this expanded your mind, hit the like button and subscribe for more journeys into the nature of reality. Let me know in the comments. Have you ever experienced a moment where the sense of self dropped away?